Hey everyone, welcome to today's deep dive.
It's great to be here.
Today we're tackling this really interesting blog post I found on masalamonk.com
Oh, yeah, I read that one.
called 20 Habits to Level Up Your Life. And it's packed with advice.
Yeah.
All kinds of advice that you can actually use to improve your well-being. So,
Practical stuff.
exactly. Get ready for some surprisingly simple yet powerful tips.
Habits are so important, right? They really do shape our lives.
Mm-hmm.
And the cool thing is, with a little effort, you can actually change them.
Yeah.
And this Masala Monk post kind of lays out a nice framework for doing just that.
Yeah, it covers a wide range of areas for self-improvement.
For sure.
So why don't we jump right in?
Let's do it.
The first habit that Masala Monk talks about is prioritizing sleep.
Ah, the foundation.
Now, no, right? We're all guilty of not getting enough sleep sometimes.
Definitely.
But the post really emphasizes that it's not just about feeling rested.
Right.
It's about giving your body a chance to regenerate.
It's true. The post even dives into the science behind it.
How does it?
Yeah. Adults need 7 to 9 hours of sleep
Oh, wow.
for optimal brain and body function, and they give you tips too.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like set a consistent bedtime
Oh, that's a good one.
and minimize screen time before bed.
I need to work on that one.
It's about setting yourself up for success,
Totally.
Make it easier to actually get that good sleep.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so next on the list is the Eat Healthy 80-20 principle.
Ooh, I like this one.
This sounds a lot more doable than some crazy restrictive diet.
Right. It's all about finding that balance.
Yeah.
Nourishing your body with healthy foods 80% of the time.
Okay.
And then allowing yourself those indulgences the other 20%.
Yeah.
It's not about deprivation, It's
Right.
about having a healthy relationship with food.
Yeah, I think that's key. It's got to be sustainable.
For sure.
Right. Okay. Habit number 3 in the Masala Monk post is exercise and stretch for 30 minutes.
Yeah, we've all heard this one, but it's so important.
I know we have. But here's the thing. The post emphasizes consistency.
Right.
It's not about becoming a marathon runner overnight.
Exactly. You don't have to go all out.
Right.
Just 30 minutes a day can make a big difference. You can
Yeah.
start small, like
Yeah.
a walk around the block or some stretches at home.
Mm-hmm.
It's about making it a habit, something you do without even thinking.
Yeah. Okay, I like that.
Hmm.
So up next we have cook at home more often.
Ooh, this one's a good one for me.
Me too, honestly. I'm such a takeout queen.
I hear ya.
But I know how much healthier and cheaper it is to cook at home.
Totally. It can be so much more affordable, and you know what you're eating.
Yeah.
They even suggest setting aside some time on the weekends for meal prepping.
Oh, interesting.
So you can start your week with a fridge full of healthy meals,
Yeah,
all ready to go.
that's actually genius. I might try that.
It's a game changer.
Okay, habit number 5 is wear sunscreen.
Oh, a simple one, but so important.
I know it might seem small,
Yeah.
but the post really stresses protecting our skin.
It's the only skin we got right.
Yeah.
And sun damage is cumulative. So
Wow.
even if you don't see the effects, now they'll catch up to you eventually.
Oh, gosh.
Masala Monk recommends using a broad spectrum sunscreen
Okay.
with an SPF of 30 or higher every single day, rain or shine.
Wow. So even on a cloudy day.
Even on a cloudy day.
Okay, I'm learning so much already.
Yeah.
All right, ready for habit number 6.
Hit me with it.
This one's about getting in touch with our inner world journaling.
Ooh, I love journaling.
It can be so therapeutic.
Totally. And, it doesn't have to be this big intimidating thing.
Right.
Masala Monk suggests starting with just a few minutes each day.
Okay.
Maybe jotting down 3 things you're grateful for,
Mm-hmm.
or just reflecting on a positive experience.
Right.
Just to clear your mind, process your thoughts, create a space for self-reflection.
It's like a mental decluttering session.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you know what? That leads us perfectly into habit number 7, which is all about practicing gratitude.
Oh, I love this one.
Masala Monk reminds us that when we focus on what we have
Right.
rather than what we lack,
Mm-hmm.
we cultivate a sense of contentment and well-being.
It's such a powerful mindset shift.
Totally.
They even suggest making it a daily practice,
Like what?
Writing down those 3 things you're grateful for.
Okay.
Each morning or evening, just a small action, but big impact.
Okay, that's a good one.
Oh,
Yeah, habit number 8 is about embracing mindfulness.
mindfulness. Oh, yeah.
Masala Monk talks about the benefits of meditation
Hmm.
and mindfulness practices for reducing stress,
For sure.
improving focus, and boosting emotional well-being.
It's amazing how much just 5 minutes of mindful breathing can help.
Wow.
And if you're new to meditation, there are some great apps out there,
Oh,
like
yeah.
Calm or Headspace.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of those.
They can guide you through it,
That's cool.
make it really accessible.
All right, habit number 9 might surprise you.
What is it?
Limit the news.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
I know, right?
And staying informed is important,
Mm-hmm.
for sure. But the news cycle can be a bit of a downer.
Yeah, it can be.
Masala Monk cautions us against over-consuming negative news,
Hmm.
which can fuel anxiety and stress, you
Yeah.
know. So it's about finding that balance,
Okay.
like setting specific times to check the news
Okay.
and being mindful of how it makes you feel.
Yeah, if it's stressing you out,
Right,
maybe take a break.
exactly.
Hmm.
All right, ready for habit number 10.
Hit me.
It's all about productivity. Prioritize and plan your day.
Ooh, planning. I love a good plan.
Me too.
Yeah.
I thrive on lists and schedules.
Yeah.
And Masala Monk talks about how taking the time to plan ahead
Mm-hmm.
can actually reduce stress
Oh, that's interesting.
because you have a clear roadmap for your day.
Okay.
So they suggest using a planner
Oh, yeah.
or a digital calendar to prioritize your top 3 tasks for the day.
Oh, that's smart.
Helps you focus on what's really important.
It's about working smarter, not harder.
Exactly.
Hmm.
All right, so the next habit is about setting the tone for a productive day.
Okay.
Develop a morning routine.
The power of a morning routine.
Right. I've been experimenting with mine lately.
Oh, have you?
It really makes a difference.
How so?
It's about creating a sequence of actions
Yay.
that prepare you mentally and physically for the day.
Like what kind of actions?
Masala Monk gives some examples,
Okay.
like stretching, journaling, or having a glass of water first thing.
Oh, those are good ones.
Just simple things to get you going.
I love those concrete examples. It makes it easier to actually picture doing it.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so habit number 12 is all about creating a soothing night routine.
Oh, to unwind before bed.
Exactly. How can we signal to our bodies that it's time to rest and recharge?
Right.
Masala Monk suggests dimming the lights, maybe reading a book,
Oh, yeah.
or having a relaxing skincare ritual.
Those sound nice.
Just create that transition from the busyness of the day to restful sleep.
Okay, I like that. All right. Ready to get financially savvy.
Let's do it.
Habit number 13 is all about taking control of our finances.
Oh, this is a big one. Track your finances. It can feel daunting, I know,
Yeah.
but Masala Monk emphasizes that financial awareness is key
Okay.
for long-term stability and reducing stress.
Right.
They suggest using budgeting apps like Mint
Oh, yeah, I've heard of Mint.
to track your spending and set financial goals.
That's cool. I love how technology can make things like that easier.
It's amazing. All right, so habit number 14 is a classic self-improvement tip.
What is it?
Write down your goals.
Oh, yeah.
There's something powerful about putting pen to paper, you know?
Yeah, or fingers to keyboard, I guess.
Exactly. Make those goals tangible.
Right.
Masala Monk advises breaking them down into smaller steps with deadlines.
Oh, that's smart because when you have a plan of action, it feels less overwhelming.
For sure. Okay, so to stay on track with those goals, habit number 15 encourages us to reflect.
Oh, yeah, reflect on our progress.
Exactly. They call it review and reflect.
Okay.
Masala Monk suggests dedicating 15 minutes each week
Okay.
to look back on your progress, celebrate your wins,
Oh, I like that.
figure out what's working and what needs adjustment.
Yeah, celebrate those wins. It's so easy to get caught up in what we haven't achieved yet.
Totally. We got to acknowledge how far we've come.
Right.
Uh,
Okay, habit number 16 is all about giving back to our community.
Volunteer. Sometimes.
Volunteering is such a great way to make a difference.
It really is. And it doesn't have to be a huge time commitment.
Right.
Even small acts of service can have a big impact.
Okay.
They suggest exploring local opportunities or finding a cause you're passionate about.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay,
Okay, ready for a habit that emphasizes the mind-body connection.
let's hear it.
Habit number 17 is no alcohol.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
I know this one might not resonate with everyone,
Right.
but Masala Monk highlights the benefits of reducing alcohol consumption
Mm.
for improved physical and mental well-being.
It's true. They even suggest experimenting with non-alcoholic drinks
Okay.
or setting specific alcohol-free days.
Okay.
Just being mindful of how alcohol impacts you.
I think that's a great approach. It's not about being restrictive.
Right.
It's about making conscious choices.
Exactly. All right. Habit number 18 is about investing in ourselves and our future.
Investing in our future. Okay.
Masala Monk calls this one invest in your future.
Mm-hmm.
And they emphasize that it's not just about financial investments.
Oh, okay. So what else?
It's about investing in our personal growth learning, building a better version of ourselves.
I like that.
Our future selves are worth investing in.
Yeah, they are for sure.
They even suggest things like enrolling in a course.
Oh, yeah.
setting up a savings account, or creating a fitness regimen.
Okay. Those are good ones. All right. Ready for habit number 19?
Bring it on.
It's all about lifelong learning.
Learn new skills.
Yes. Masala Monk encourages us to keep our minds sharp and open to new possibilities by continuously learning.
I love this one. It's never too late to pick up a new skill or hobby.
I agree. I actually recently started learning to play the ukulele.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
It's been so much fun.
That's great. And, you know, Masala Monk even suggests picking something you've always been curious about,
Yeah.
whether it's coding, cooking, or learning a new language.
All right. The possibilities are endless.
Exactly. All right, we've made it to the final habit on Masala Monk's list.
Okay, let's hear it.
Connect with nature more.
Oh, I like that one.
They remind us of the power of nature to calm our minds,
Yeah,
reduce stress, and boost our mood.
I'm a big believer in that.
Me too. They suggest things like scheduling walks in the park or planning a weekend hike.
It's so important to find those opportunities to reconnect with nature.
I agree.
I think that's a beautiful way to end this first look at the 20 habits from masalamonk.com.
Yeah, we covered a lot of ground.
We did, from prioritizing sleep to connecting with nature.
It's a great starting point.
But don't worry, we're not done yet.
Oh, there's more.
We're going to dive deeper into some of the most important insights and practical tips from this blog post in part 2 of our deep dive.
Oh, I can't wait. So, as we were going through those 20 habits
Yeah.
from masalamonk.com,
Yeah.
I was thinking about how often we hear this advice,
Right.
but how do we actually make these changes stick?
That's the million-dollar question, right?
It's one thing to read about good habits, but actually integrating them into our lives,
Yeah.
that's a whole other challenge.
And thankfully, masalamonk.com, they actually address that.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they have this whole FAQ section in the blog post
Oh, that's cool.
that dives into habit formation,
Okay.
and it's packed with really helpful advice.
I'm intrigued. Let's unpack some of that.
Okay, so the first question they tackle is how long it takes to form a new habit.
The age-old question.
Right. Is there a magic number?
Yeah, I've heard everything from 21 days to 3 months.
Me too.
So what's the truth?
Well, masalamonk.com gets real about it,
Right.
and they say there's no one-size-fits-all answer.
Okay, makes sense.
They cite research that suggests it can take anywhere from 21 to 66 days.
Oh, wow, that's quite a range.
It is.
But I guess it depends on the person and the habit.
Exactly. And, something that always gets me is those inevitable slip-ups.
Oh, yeah?
We're all human rights.
Yeah.
Life happens.
All the
You
time.
miss a day or two.
It's so easy to get discouraged.
It is, but masalamonk.com, they actually reassure us that a missed day doesn't mean we've failed.
Oh, that's good to hear.
It's about progress, not perfection.
I like that progress over perfection.
Right.
So it's about getting back on track without beating ourselves up.
Exactly.
Okay.
But speaking of staying motivated, how do we keep that momentum going?
Oh, that's another big one.
Because motivation can be fleeting.
So fleeting.
So what do they say about that?
Well, they offer some great advice.
Okay.
They suggest setting clear, specific goals,
Okay.
because having that target in mind can really help you stay focused.
Right.
And they also talk about the power of tracking your progress,
Oh, yeah.
even those small wins.
I love tracking my progress.
Me too. It's so motivating.
Yeah, those habit tracking apps.
Oh, yeah.
So satisfying to check off those boxes.
Oh, yeah. It's like a visual reminder of your commitment
Right.
and how far you've come.
Exactly. And masalamonk.com also emphasizes celebrating those wins.
Yes. Celebrate those wins no matter how small.
Sometimes we forget to do that.
We do. We get so caught up in striving for that end goal.
Right. And we forget to enjoy the journey.
Exactly. And you know what else they talk about?
What?
Accountability.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's huge.
They do.
Having a friend, a family member, or even an online community to support you.
It's like having a cheerleader in your corner.
Exactly. Someone to keep you going when you're feeling discouraged.
Right.
And masalamonk.com even suggests finding an accountability partner
Oh, that's interesting.
who's working on similar goals.
Okay.
So you can support each other along the way.
Oh, I like that. Okay, so let's talk about the practical side of things.
All right, let's get practical.
How do we actually fit these habits into our already busy lives?
Yeah, because who has time for 20 new habits, right?
Exactly.
Well, masalamonk.com, they address that. They reassure us that most of these habits can be adapted to even the busiest lifestyles.
Oh, that's good to know.
They even give examples of how to break them down into smaller chunks.
So it's not about adding hours to your day.
No.
It's about finding those little pockets of time.
Exactly, and making the most of them.
Okay, what kind of examples do they give?
Well, like incorporating a 5-minute stretching routine into your morning.
Oh, okay.
or listening to a podcast while you walk the dog.
Right. Multitasking.
Exactly. It's about finding ways to weave these habits into your existing routine.
I love that. Okay, but what about those days when we just feel overwhelmed?
Oh, yeah. Those days happen.
And even the thought of starting a new habit,
I know it can feel daunting.
it feels impossible.
Yeah. So what do we do then?
Well, masalamonk.com has some great advice for that too.
Okay. I'm listening.
They suggest starting with just one habit
Okay.
that feels manageable
Keep it simple.
and building from there.
It's not about doing it all at once. It's about making gradual, sustainable changes.
So give yourself permission to start small.
Yeah, because when we set unrealistic expectations,
Mm-hmm.
we set ourselves up for disappointment.
Right. And they also talk about choosing a habit that aligns with your values and goals.
Oh, that's a good one.
When you feel connected to the why behind the habit,
Yeah.
it becomes so much easier to stick with it.
It makes sense. It's not about blindly following a list.
Right.
It's about finding what works for you.
And what resonates with your personal journey.
Exactly. And you know what else is cool?
What?
Masalamonk.com addresses procrastination.
Oh, the P word.
I know, right? We all struggle with it.
I'm the queen of procrastination.
So what do they say about it?
Well, they acknowledge that it's a real thing,
Okay.
and they give some tips for breaking through it.
Like what?
They talk about breaking down the task into smaller steps,
Okay.
pairing it with an existing routine,
Oh, that's clever.
and focusing on the positive benefits of completing the task.
So make it as easy as possible to get started.
Exactly. And they also emphasize being kind to ourselves
Yes, self-compassion is so important.
when we do slip up, because that helps us stay motivated in the long run.
Totally. Okay, so we've talked about the practicalities.
Yeah.
But I'm curious about the science behind it all.
Oh, yeah. Does masalamonk.com touch on that?
They do.
Oh, good.
They highlight the fact that most of these 20 habits
Mhm.
are rooted in solid research
Okay.
in psychology, health, and wellness.
So it's not just like anecdotal evidence.
Right. It's about practices that have been shown to improve well-being.
That's reassuring to know.
It gives it more credibility.
Okay, so last but not least, any tips on tracking progress?
Yeah, they suggest using those habit tracking apps we talked about,
Okay.
or journals, or even simple checklists
Yep.
to monitor your consistency
Okay.
and celebrate those milestones.
I love having those visual reminders of how far I've come.
Me too. It's so motivating.
It really is. It's amazing how much valuable information
I know, right?
masalamonk.com has packed into this single blog post.
It's like a treasure trove of practical advice.
It's so clearly explained and easy to understand.
It's like having a personal coach in your pocket.
I love that analogy, and the best part is it's all available for free on their website.
Yes.
I
masalamonk.com.
highly recommend checking it out.
Me too. Go dive deeper into those habits that resonate with you.
Okay, so we've explored all these 20 habits from masalamonk.com.
We have.
We talked about the science behind them and even how to actually make them stick.
The practical stuff.
Right. But now I want to hear from you.
Oh, yeah.
What's resonating with you most?
That's a tough one.
If you had to pick just one habit
Okay.
to focus on this week,
Just one.
what would it be?
Oh, man. That's like picking a favorite child.
I know, right? There's so many good ones.
There are. Okay. For me,
Yeah.
I think I'd go back to that connect with nature more habit.
Oh, yeah.
Something I've been neglecting lately.
Yeah,
And I know how much better I feel when I make time for it.
I agree.
Even just a quick walk in the park can really boost my mood.
Yeah, I feel that.
What about you? Which one are you drawn to?
You know, I've been trying to get better about my morning routine.
Oh, yeah.
And those tips from masalamonk.com about creating a sequence of actions, that really resonated with me.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to commit to just 15 minutes each morning,
Okay.
maybe some stretching and a little journaling
Sounds like a good plan.
to set myself up for a more productive day.
I love it. And, even if you stumble a bit along the way,
Yeah,
don't get discouraged.
Right.
Remember, it's progress over perfection.
exactly.
Every small step counts.
I think that's one of the biggest takeaways from this whole masalamonk.com post.
What is it?
It's not about being perfect.
Right.
It's about making those conscious choices to improve our lives one habit at a time.
Yeah, it's about the journey, not the destination.
Exactly. And I love how masalamonk.com has given us all these practical strategies.
It's like a toolbox for
Yeah.
leveling up our lives
And we get to choose which tools we want to use.
and how we want to use them.
Right. And it's about finding what works for you,
Exactly. Personalize it.
what fits into your lifestyle and your goals.
And the best part is you can always revisit those 20 habits
yeah.
on masalamonk.com.
Go back to the post, get some more inspiration.
as you move forward on your journey.
Exactly. It's a great resource.
And, if you found this deep dive helpful,
Mm-hmm.
why not share it with a friend?
Spread the love.
Maybe it'll inspire them too.
Exactly. And be sure to check out masalamonk.com. They have so many other great articles.
I know, right? It's a treasure trove of information.
All about health, wellness, personal growth.
All the good stuff.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep leveling up your life.
I love it.
See you in the next deep dive.